Hi everyone, my name is Nicole and I wanted to share with you guys how I passed the NCLEX in just 75 questions. So I think I'm gonna break it down into 4 parts. So I'm sure lots of you have already done the first part or even the first and the second part, which are, so you go through 2 to 4 long enduring years of an accredited nursing school.
I need to work on my time management skills.
I got an 80%. Then you graduate from said accredited nursing school.
Honors cum laude.
Now the second part is very important. It is required in order for you to take the NCLEX. So you must apply to the BRN to deemed eligible to take the exam. Once everything is sent and paid, you'll receive an authorization to test, which is basically your ticket to the NCLEX. Then you set up your appointment. Now we're on to part 3, the fun part, which is studying. Now this is probably the part that y'all have been waiting for and have lots of questions about. For example, hey, what reviewer did you use? How long did you study for? Did you study content or did you just practice questions? So the short answer is, I used UWorld for 1 month. I finished the QBank, read all the rationales, and I did the 2 assessments, then I took my NCLEX. There is a long answer. See, I studied 2 weeks after my graduation, which was around the end of May or beginning of June. So how did I study? First, I studied through Kaplan, and I probably went through half of their QBank. Then I started to branch out and use other sources. I burned through every book that I can find in the library. I practiced all their questions and studied the rationales.
Just to give you guys an idea of how much I studied for before the UWorld, these are all my notes.
So you're probably thinking, wow, this girl must have felt very prepared for her NCLEX. Not exactly. See, while I was studying, I was also playing video games, hanging out with friends, watching Netflix, going out on runs, and recording YouTube videos. Procrastination at its finest. See, I think what finally woke me up is looking through Instagram, looking through Facebook, and seeing all my friends post their licenses and how they passed the NCLEX, and I just said, okay, you know what? It's time to set up my appointment. So I gave myself exactly 1 month. From the date that I sent my appointment, I said, okay, I'm gonna give myself 1 month to study. And because of the overwhelming feeling that I got burning through all those reviewers and not finding the perfect fit for me, I said, I'm gonna purchase UWorld. The rationales really saved me. It was magnifique. So I studied every day, or at least I attempted to, doing at least 100 questions per day on the weekdays and reviewing all my incorrect questions on the weekends, kind of giving myself a break. UWorld gives you these mock NCLEX assessments in order to assess where are you in your studying. And the first assessment, I think I took that a week before my exam.
That mock test was legit. I felt like I didn't know anything. So I'm really surprised that I got a very high chance of passing.
The second assessment, I took it 2 days before my exam, and unfortunately,
I was in the 56th percentile with a high chance. Not a very high chance, just high chance. I went down like 30 points in percentiles. I don't know what to say about that.
So what happened? I actually went through a phenomenon called burning out with a hint of becoming too cocky. From the first assessment, it really made me very cocky seeing those results and seeing that I have a very high chance of passing. And I told myself, you know what? I don't need to study as much. I have a high chance, a very high chance of passing. And plus, I studied so many hours since the end of May, doing questions every day since then. So I kind of burnt out. It's okay because that second assessment results was kind of like a wake-up call. Those results were saying, hey, Nicole, this is serious. You have lots to learn. Let's not be cocky. You have your test in 2 days. Take this seriously.
I'm still gonna stay confident. You know, I think this little mishap is like a bump in the road where I need to get over it.
The day before the NCLEX, knowing that I did worst on my second assessment, I approximately did 100 questions that day. To be honest, I don't understand the whole rationale behind not studying the day before your exam and you should be relaxing, which is kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to relax, to be honest. But I'm honestly glad that I did study a little bit. And I think the rationale behind not studying the day before your NCLEX is because you could psych yourself out. If you see that you keep getting wrong answers, you will feel incompetent, or you will feel like you're not ready. So when I studied the day before my exam, I absolutely made sure that I was in the most relaxed state possible. So I did 5 questions in intervals every hour. If I got a question wrong, I absolutely made sure that I was very nonchalant about it. That is the key. So if I got a question wrong, I would not freak out. I would just say, oh, I got this question wrong. Oh well, I'm just gonna study the rationales and be on my merry way. And it kind of worked.
Today's testing day, I have approximately 40 minutes to kill. This is like the most relaxed I've ever been. And this is coming from someone who's taken over 100 questions yesterday. I don't know. I'm gonna eat this, my breakfast, pray a little bit, and then go get it. Go take it. Like, I'm just ready for this to be over. I want this studying session to be over. So, I'm gonna go get it.
Now we're in part 4, the waiting game. So the waiting game is the worst part of all. You see, I felt a whole range of emotions by the time I came home. I cried the whole day, I laid in bed the whole day, I watched YouTube and tried to get my mind off it, and then I cried some more. And then I started to become very anxious, and I started to think, oh my god, what are the chances of failing when you stopped at 75? So remember on the morning of my test, I said that this is the most relaxed that I've ever felt. I think those emotions started to surface and took control of me. People say to relax the day before your test. Heck, I say relax the day after your test. Don't think about your results yet. Just relax. Wait for it. And don't think about it. Find something to get your mind off of it and keep yourself sane. Because that was the most nerve-wracking experience I've ever went through. Not knowing if you passed or not. So some closing thoughts before I end this video. I just want to say, schedule your appointment as soon as possible. Make sure you guys are in the right mindset of committing yourself to studying. Read rationales, pursue the rationales, look into why you got the question wrong or right. Be confident. Don't feel like you're going to fail, or don't be scared. And relax. I think that's the best thing I can give you. Relax. You'll get through this, guys. I wish I had the envelope so it could be a little bit more dramatic and I would say, oh my god, I passed, but I didn't get that letter yet. So. Thanks for watching, guys.